Hello you, welcome to the next instalment of my test harness for a DX11 engine. I guess we can call it an engine, if not an API, but it's more or less an engine. Just wanted to show you these. We're currently at 4K, and over here we've got HDR is on. So let's get rid of these. This is a terrain which has been generated using Perlin noise, and it's pretty neat. I think it's 9 octaves as far as the noise generation goes. We'll come into that later if you're interested on how it works and show you the code. But what I'm doing here is just shading the triangles according to depth. So we've got high points are in green, low points are in blue. There's no lighting on this particular scene whatsoever. This is purely just colours according to height. One thing which I have put in and actually got working is fogging, and this looks pretty good. You may be wondering why this is yellow over there, and that is because up here I've got a sun, and of course the sun reflects the fog reflects the sunlight back at you, just like headlights in fog. When you turn your headlights on in a thick fog, you just get a glare back at you. So this is what happens. Notice over this side of the screen I've now got an owner drawn tab control, so it fits in with the schemes quite nicely. Rounded corners, I like that. And we can change the fog colour and also the sun colour. It doesn't actually change this is just for a point of reference, but we can change it as far as the fog is concerned. So we can take it right down, such like a sunset, and we can change the surrounding fog as well, and make it look quite surreal. So this is the next stage of development as far as my terrain rendering goes. It's working quite well. This terrain is 2K by 2K, which is quite big, so it takes a few seconds to generate all the various noise. The sun is just silly, really. I just grabbed the texture off the web and wrapped it around it, and it's wrapping textures around a spear is never that good, really. So this is just so that I can see where the sun is in relation to the whole area, so that we can see the fog and how it's actually performing the highlighting. The amount of fog is dependent upon your height on the terrain. So this fog algorithm was taken off one of the cookbooks for HLSL. It's not my own code, but I think that really in real life, if you moved up and up and you were in a plane, wouldn't you still be able to see the fog? I think you would. So this algorithm that they're using, I don't think is really quite right. So There's a bit more to play with as far as that's concerned. So that's where I'm up to. What I want to do next is to add some lighting, but that can be quite costly with respect to rendering time, especially if there's a lot of objects around. So I want to implement deferred shading. So in other words, I set up a geometry buffer and render all the objects into that geometry buffer or G buffer, and then we apply the lighting to the whole scene, which I think is perhaps the best way of doing it these days. I've been wondering whether I should go to DX11 and really make use of the threading, but it's a lot of work to do, because one of the things that I want to add into this particular engine is Oculus support, so that I can actually stick on the headset and look around in really nice 3D. And for that, the library requires DX11. So I'm sticking with DX11 for the time being. I might port it to DX12 at some stage, but not at the moment. So yeah, that's where I'm up to, and I'll catch you later.